While you settle in and let the world grow gentle, the quiet workings of sleep and dreams begin to stir. Hidden beneath your eyelids, ancient rhythms start to sweep through the mind, moving in patterns older than any language. Each night, while the world outside grows still and shadows blend, the mysterious landscapes of sleep unfold, revealing small, beautiful surprises that hum softly, unseen. In this gentle night journey, we let ourselves float through some of the most fascinating, quietly astonishing truths about how sleep and dreams work, unhurried together as the dark softly cradles the mind. Imagine a world beneath waking life, where thoughts melt into calm horizons and the steady breath of sleep guides you like a slow tide. Here, the body rests while the mind drifts through an ancient dance, crafted by millions of years of evolution. Sleep is a gentle caretaker, healing and shaping us with every night's passage. Dreams, delicate and shifting, weave secret stories between memories and hope. Few ever realize just how astonishing these nightly rituals truly are. From the way your brain gently untangles memories to the mysterious way animals drift through their own versions of rest, there is wonder in every drowsy turn. Tonight, we'll nestle into these marvels, letting each one open gently, piece by piece, exploring the serene, surprising world that quietly surrounds us in sleep. Before we drift off, a quiet note: if these journeys help you sleep, subscribing is a gentle way to keep them coming. Now settle in. Let your eyes grow heavy, and let's begin. Consider the way your body prepares for sleep, quietly releasing a hormone called melatonin as dusk falls. It's sometimes called the hormone of darkness, produced by a tiny organ near the center of your brain. As daylight fades, melatonin rises softly in your bloodstream, deepening the gentle pressure to sleep. This subtle shift is so precise that people living far from artificial light still wake and sleep in slow harmony with the sun's rise and fall. Melatonin's delicate rise helps guide not only humans, but nearly every living thing with a heartbeat. Even some plants shift their energy as darkness settles, guided by silent molecular clocks. This slow cascade anchors life to the timeless rhythm of night and day, a tide that washes through the natural world and draws every creature into sleep's embrace. Fewer people notice how the body grows cooler while we drift towards sleep. Your core temperature slips downward, sometimes by as much as 1 full degree. It's a gentle, almost imperceptible drop, coaxing muscles to loosen and slowing your breathing, as if preparing for a night-long journey through calm waters. This tiny change is an essential key to opening the door into restful sleep. Throughout history, people tried to mimic this cooling with cool cloths or open windows, especially during warm nights. Scientists now know that even a mild decrease in temperature is deeply tied to falling asleep, and why sometimes it's so comforting to find the cool side of a pillow as you settle in. Somewhere, right now, the world grows quietly cooler as sleep finds its way. As you begin to doze, your mind slips through gentle stages, each one calmer than the last. The first phase, often called light sleep, forms a delicate boundary between waking and dreaming. Breathing slows, brain waves soften, and the outside world begins to fade from reach. It's often in this stage that the strange sensation of drifting, sometimes even of falling, passes through the mind, a fleeting moment where reality blurs and the journey inward begins. Light sleep is surprisingly powerful. During this phase, the brain sifts through subtle details from the day, loosening their hold and deciding which ones to gently tuck away and which to release. Even though you seem to float near the surface of awareness, your mind is already hard at work, clearing space for dreams to bloom later in the night. Stranger still, as you slip even deeper, sleep is divided into cycles. Roughly every hour or so, the brain circles through stages from shallow to deep, then up again, over and over throughout the night. Scientists call these non-REM and REM phases. Each stage has a different purpose. Some repair tissue, others help carve memories. By morning, you've circled through these cycles several times, each loop essential for your health and memory. In deep, slow-wave sleep, the most restorative kind, your brain waves grow long and rolling, like tides moving in slow motion. Ordinary thinking slips away as your mind repairs itself, reinforcing connections and clearing out unneeded debris. This is the realm where healing deepens, immune cells are released, and the body's batteries quietly recharge, hour by unhurried hour. Few people ever recall that during deep sleep, the body is still busy, muscles rebuild, wounds knit, and the immune system quietly patrols. Children grow fastest in this state, guided by growth hormone released just as dreams begin hovering at the edge. Even in stillness, the body works a silent magic, making each new morning possible. And then each night comes REM sleep, a stage named for the rapid eye movements darting beneath your eyelids. This is often when dreams become vivid and colorful. During REM, your brain is nearly as active as when you are awake, painting wild inner worlds with vibrant, swirling detail. Yet your arms and legs grow limp, protected so you cannot act out your dreams. It's a nightly safeguard woven through nature. During REM, your heart rate and breathing can become irregular, echoing the strange, unpredictable rhythm of dreams. Scientists believe this is a sign of how vivid and energetic the dream world can become. Meanwhile, your real-world senses draw inward, cocooned in gentle safety, while the mind explores freely, untethered by reason or time. Animal sleep brings its own quiet marvels. Dolphins and some whales rest one half of their brain at a time, keeping the other half alert. This unique form of slumber lets them swim gently, surface for air, and watch for danger, all while drifting somewhere between waking and sleep. It's called unihemispheric sleep, a gentle compromise between rest and the needs of life in deep water. Birds, too, can use this split-brained sleep when needed. Migrating flocks, flying for thousands of miles, have been found to drift in and out of sleep mid-flight, one side of the brain resting while the other keeps wings steady. The miracle of sleep adapts, bending softly to the wild demands of the world beyond our beds. And somewhere nearby, cats purr in their sleep, their whiskers twitching gently. Many mammals share REM cycles with us, dreaming in ways we can only begin to imagine. Some scientists have even watched sleeping rats replay their daily journeys across mazes, their brains firing in patterns that echo the search for food or safety. In this subtle way, dreams may stretch far beyond just humans. Human dreams, strange and luminous, don't just entertain us, they may serve vital roles. Scientists believe that during sleep, the brain replays memories, stitches together fragments, and sometimes even solves problems it couldn't during the day. The swirl of stories at night helps us make sense of complicated feelings and blends old knowledge with new, all beneath layers of quiet and shadow. Memory itself is shaped gently by sleep. In an unhurried dance, your brain strengthens connections it finds important, as if choosing which threads to braid into your story. Studies have shown that after deep, restful sleep, learning and recall quietly bloom. While you drift, your memories are lovingly sorted, polished, or softly let go, leaving your mind clearer come morning. Few ever realize that the part of the brain named the hippocampus, named for its shape like a tiny seahorse, is key in this memory dance. While you sleep, it gently reshuffles information out to other regions, letting the mind weave itself anew each night. This work is silent and tireless, happening without our knowing, layer by layer. In ancient times, people believed dreams were portals to messages from beyond. Many cultures, across centuries, kept dream journals or invited wise elders to interpret the night's visions. We now know that dreams emerge from patterns and hopes rooted deep inside each mind, shaped by memory and emotion, but the sense of wonder remains, fragile, ever-present, softly elusive. And yet not all dreams are remembered. Most drift away within minutes of waking, like mist curling off a morning lake. Scientists believe this forgetting is a gentle protective filter, preventing the waking mind from being overwhelmed by the torrent of images spun each night. Only the most vivid rise softly into the surface of memory. Dreams themselves are not bound by straight lines. Time and space bend and fold, letting the mind twist memories and stories into landscapes that shift with every blink. Familiar faces appear in new places, old hopes resurface, and sometimes new solutions flicker into view. The logic of dreams is its own quiet marvel, unhurried, wild, and endlessly inventive. And still, the brain's nightly work is far from chaos. Research using slow brain scans reveals that certain parts of the brain light up during complex dreaming, especially those tied to creativity and emotion. Some artists and inventors have credited the clarity of their ideas to gentle revelations brought by sleep, as if the night lends us new eyes with which to see. Somewhere every night, millions of people share a gentle phenomenon called hypnagogia, the fleeting threshold between waking and sleep. In these moments, shapes may shimmer behind closed eyes, and thoughts drift like leaves in a gentle current. The mind stirs with creative ideas and flashes of insight, all dissolving as sleep deepens. Many quietly cherish this twilight state for the peaceful wonder it brings. Even as you rest, your brain is never truly silent. Tiny bursts of activity called sleep spindles sweep through, helping to consolidate learning from the day. These spindles last just a second or two, like a silk thread woven into invisible fabric. During times of learning or growth, they become more frequent, linking what you know with tomorrow's possibilities. Another gentle marvel is the body's sleep cycle clock. Known as the circadian rhythm, it's set by the pulse of natural light each day, but can gently shift with age or season. When people travel far across time zones, This inner clock drifts, creating the gentle confusion of jet lag. Over days, the old rhythm returns, softly guided by daylight and rest, until harmony is restored. While you sleep, your brain is sweeping away waste products that quietly build up during waking hours. Until recently, scientists never realized that the brain has its own cleaning system, called the glymphatic system. Like a slow river, it gently washes out debris, helping keep the mind clear and refreshed. Most of this cleansing happens only during deep sleep, a quiet housekeeper moving through darkness and silence. Somewhere right now, children sleep even more than adults, spending much of their time in REM and deep sleep. During these hours, their brains are busily forming connections, a foundation for learning, growth, and wonder. In this way, sleep is as vital for children as food or air, nurturing all the dreams and laughter yet to come. It's easy to forget that some people naturally dream in black and white, not color. Before color television became widespread, more people described their dreams as gray, misty, and softly monochrome. Scientists believe the way we sense the world in wakefulness can gently shape the palette of our dreams, coloring each night with familiar tones. Few realize just how little sleep some animals need. Giraffes, towering and calm on open plains, often rest only a few hours a night, sometimes in short naps, standing, heads swaying gently. These spare, scattered rests keep them watchful and safe, while the rhythms of deep sleep move more quietly below the surface. And then there are dreamers who sleep with their eyes open. Many birds and even tiny fish rest this way, their eyelids never closing while they drift in the water or hover on a branch. It's a gentle adaptation, sleep arriving quietly, half-felt, but protection remaining, soft as a shadow in the watchful night. Each morning as you rise, the journey of sleep gently unwinds. Muscles stretch, thoughts return, and the body's temperature rises in step with new light. Scientists have found that waking itself is a process, not an instant, slow unfurling as hormones stir and the quiet workings of the night leave you refreshed, softly ready to begin again. Sleep's mysteries are still unfolding. Every night, new research finds quieter layers at work, a hidden language spoken by cells and nerves, glial currents, and electrical pulses. While we rest, the mind dances gently between science and mystery, keeping its oldest secrets tucked just out of reach. Perhaps the world will always need a little darkness, a place for dreams to quietly bloom. As tonight grows deeper, remember that sleep is shared by every life form larger than a single cell. From quiet bats tucked beneath cave ceilings to whales cresting the midnight sea, all living things bend gently to the soft beckoning of sleep. Its silent rhythm is universal, humming at the edge of every dream and breath. Deep in the quiet folds of the night, the brain's choreography during sleep reveals its elegant structure. Scientists have traced the slow, rolling waves of deep sleep, each one washing gently through the brain's cortex as if smoothing the surface of a calm lake. It is during these unhurried rhythms that the mind seems to consolidate memories, taking fragmented experiences and arranging them like pieces in a soft mosaic, ready for a new day. Even the faintest impressions, the sound of rain at dusk, or the color of a pear at lunch may be quietly woven into a tapestry of memory beneath your closed eyes. And stranger still, the body itself honors this nightly routine through a subtle, shifting balance. Hormones drift quietly into the bloodstream, melatonin rising like dark water at dusk, coaxing cells and senses toward quiet. Meanwhile, the body's core temperature dips gently, signaling to every muscle and organ that the outer world has faded, and it is time to repair and renew. It is a silent, persistent conversation between daylight and darkness that most people never notice, but which shapes each night's rest. Somewhere under the hush of darkness, your muscles surrender to sleep's calming grasp. This nightly stillness, called atonia, is a clever safeguard. While you dream, the complex switches in your brainstem gently mute most signals headed outward, preventing your limbs from acting out the vivid stories swirling behind your eyelids. Only the tiniest twitches and movements break through, testaments to the ceaseless whisper of imagination flowing through your mind's private theater. Within the deeper stages of sleep, the heart beats with a measured patience. Scientists have observed how, as the night deepens, your pulse slows and your blood pressure settles, as if the body is laying aside its burdens. This nightly quiet is more than rest. It is vital for the repair of blood vessels, for the balance of salt and water, and for the healing of small wear and tear gathered during wakefulness. Each heartbeat gently reminds you of the powerful restoration unfolding in the dark. While you settle in, consider the choreography of the breath. Breathing itself changes its tempo under sleep's touch, growing slow and even, sometimes pausing briefly during the deepest spells. These gentle variations soothe the body, while also helping the brain find the perfect balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide. And through the rhythm of breath, the boundary between sleep and waking sometimes feels as thin as a veil. Somewhere dreams unfold in secret. During rapid eye movement sleep, your brain's temperature climbs, mimicking the waking state more closely than any other phase. Yet in this paradox, you are most disconnected from the world around you. It is a quietly astonishing fact that, while the body is so still, the mind is flooded with colorful visions and the shadowy logic of dreams, working through puzzles and wishes as if in another, quieter world. And yet, even in dreams, the details are often elusive. Neuroscientists believe that, within minutes of waking, the majority of dreams fade softly from memory, like pale chalk washed off a night-black chalkboard. It is not that the dreams were unimportant, but rather that the sleeping mind rarely files them away in the orderly drawers of recall. The purpose of these forgotten stories is still being uncovered, but their gentle impermanence remains a nightly mystery. Some people carry memories across the threshold of sleep. Lucid dreaming, though rare, allows a dreamer to gently sense that they are dreaming, sometimes even guiding the story softly as an unseen hand. This subtle awareness is not entirely understood, but researchers have discovered that these dreamers show unique patterns of activity, with certain brain regions quietly lighting up as if signaling to themselves in the dark. While you rest, your neurons participate in a quiet dance of connection and renewal. During deep sleep, scientists have found that synapses, the delicate junctions linking brain cells, are gently pruned, much as a gardener tidies a dense, beautiful hedge. This process frees space for new learning, ensuring the brain awakes refreshed, its networks quietly untangled, ready to gather new experiences at sunrise. In the silent hours, the immune system quietly flourishes. Special cells, busy by day, become more active during sleep, seeking out imperfections and gently preparing the body to resist tomorrow's small challenges. This nightly surge is part of why, over time, people who sleep well tend to fend off illness more effectively, their bodies calmly reinforcing the ancient cycle of repair that flows through every living thing. Somewhere beneath closed eyelids, the body's ability to balance hunger and fullness is quietly refined. Hormones called ghrelin and leptin rise and fall as you sleep, their silent instructions shaping the next day's appetite. With enough rest, these gentle signals help guide people toward quiet satisfaction. Without sleep, their balance is easily unsettled, and cravings begin to ripple through the waking hours more insistently. The world's creatures follow their own silent clocks. In northern forests under long, whispering nights, some bears slip into hibernation, their sleep deepening into weeks and months of slow, suspended life. Their breathing falls to a peaceful hush, and their heartbeats, too, slow as if answering winter's lullaby. In this long dream, their bodies conserve warmth and energy, quietly preparing for the gentle call of spring. Even your eyes move beneath their gentle shields, perhaps unnoticed. During REM sleep, these tiny saccades are thought to echo the shifting focus of your dreams, mapping an unseen world that only you can glimpse. Some scientists believe this movement shapes the vividness of the experience, drawing dreamscapes more sharply while the outside remains softly blurred, not to be disturbed until dawn. Body temperature drifts downward in gentle increments as you sleep, reaching its lowest ebb near the quietest hours before dawn. This cooling is more than comfort. It quietly encourages deeper rest, slows metabolism, and may even help shield the brain as it processes the tangle of memories and feelings that day has left behind. Covered with blankets or left to the cool air, the body honors this nightly chill in its own patient way. Underneath all this nightly labor, the mind has evolved remarkable ways to signal when it has finished its work. A gentle rise in cortisol as dawn nears begins to rouse the senses from stillness, while melatonin fades away and the earliest sunlight seeps through closed curtains. The body and mind quietly prepare for waking, as if responding to a subtle, ancient tide, honoring the balance nature set so long ago between darkness and day. As you ease further towards sleep, the boundaries between waking thoughts and midnight imaginings begin to dissolve. The mind creates a private theater of sensations and stories, shaped by subtle signals trapped in the folds of memory. Often, details of your day are quietly repurposed into dream worlds, their edges softened and rearranged, so that familiar scenes may return with unexpected shapes or colors. Beneath this gentle reconstruction, your brain's hippocampus quietly reorganizes memories, guiding the flow between what will be remembered and what will gently fade away, all while your body lies still and safe beneath the covers. In the quiet dark, brain waves slow and lengthen, entering cycles of deep synchronization. During this phase, scientists have observed that groups of neurons fire together in wide, rolling patterns, almost like distant thunderclouds drifting in slow procession. This state, called slow wave sleep, is when the physical restoration of the body seems to unfold most deeply. Muscles relax, tissues repair, and any small injuries or wear from waking hours are tended by the body's unseen caretakers, while the mind floats in a tranquil sea of dreamless rest. While you drift, the body's chemical messengers quietly transform. The hormone melatonin, rising with the darkness, reaches gentle peaks in the middle of the night, coaxing cells and organs into their nocturnal rhythms. Meanwhile, cortisol, the daytime herald, recedes, allowing calm to settle over the bloodstream. This careful balance, played out every night, helps fine-tune mood and metabolism, even as nothing appears to move. Tomorrow's energy is quietly forged in these silent, unseen exchanges. Sleep, too, is a gentle guardian of learning, and the brain reviews silent lessons in the night. During the deeper stages, connections between nerve cells are subtly strengthened or allowed to diminish, as if the mind is pruning a secret garden. Tasks studied in the day, whether lines of a poem or the shape of a new path, are often revisited and tucked into long-term memory, so that in the morning, skills or insights seem to arrive with barely a ripple. All part of sleep's silent handiwork. Few people ever notice that the act of dreaming is not limited to humans alone. Mammals of every kind and many birds exhibit signs of active dreaming as they sleep, their paws or wings twitching in tiny rehearsals. Researchers believe these creatures drift through their own versions of story and memory, deep in cycles of rapid eye movement, while moonlight slips quietly past their sheltering places. In this way, the ability to dream becomes a thread, connecting life across evening's stillness. Stranger still, the architecture of each sleep cycle develops across the night, growing subtly richer with each return. Initial cycles are dominated by deeper restorative stages, but as dawn draws near, periods of dreaming lengthen and become more pronounced. Some scientists believe these extended, late-night dreams provide the mind with a last, gentle sweep of creative processing and quiet emotional repair. As the edges of sleep and waking briefly touch in peaceful exchange. Unseen by waking minds, each sleep cycle weaves a delicate tapestry, carrying you again and again from the lightest drowsiness to the mysterious depths of REM sleep. These phases repeat every roughly 90 minutes, allowing the brain to shuttle between gentle restoration and vivid inner landscapes. Scientists believe this pattern may have evolved to let the brain repair itself while also processing emotions and memories with remarkable efficiency. With every slow breath, you slip deeper into layers that support the healing of muscle and mind, all orchestrated by a rhythm as old as life itself. During the transition from wakefulness to sleep, neural pathways quietly rearrange themselves. This state, called hypnagogia, is neither here nor there. It hovers in a liminal zone, where fleeting fragments of thought drift like faint shadows across the mind's eye. Artists and thinkers, it is said, have sometimes lingered in this twilight without resistance, finding inspiration in the gentle dance of ideas that emerges before sleep fully claims them. Every night, your own mind enters this passage, no matter how quietly or quickly you fade. While you lie still, the body's inner clocks, governed by the ancient pulse of circadian rhythms, guide a chemical ballet beneath the surface. Melatonin, gently rising with the fading light, signals each cell to slow its daytime business. In response, other hormones yield the stage, letting rest and repair deepen. Even small changes in habit or exposure to light can shift this orchestrated dance, sometimes unsettling the balance and inviting restlessness where serenity once grew. Yet most nights, these clocks tick on, softly, faithfully. Somewhere in the deeper reaches of sleep, patterns of electrical activity flicker inside the brain, shaping memories from recent days into forms both crisp and strange. Old experiences are quietly sifted, sorted, and sometimes gently reimagined. Scientists believe this process, known as memory consolidation, helps prepare the mind for whatever comes next. Like careful hands folding linens in the dark, the sleeping brain makes order from the day's tangle, making space for new moments yet to arrive. Now, as the darkness grows calm and the stories of sleep unwind, let these gentle marvels rest softly in your thoughts. The night is vast, unhurried, shaped by quiet science and ancient mystery alike. You are nested within this endless sleep chorus, a world where the mind repairs, dreams flutter, and everything quietly connects. Feel your breath move slowly. Allow your body's rhythms to join the great, timeless tide that draws all creatures inward. Sleep is not only a necessity, but a deep, shared wonder, a bond linking you softly to all the life that rests beneath the turning stars. Let the gentle facts drift like leaves upon water, soothing the mind, carrying you further into the night's embrace. Here, the journey settles and peace returns. If this gentle journey through the mysteries of sleep has soothed you, you're warmly invited to subscribe and drift with us again. Rest softly. Let your dreams carry you.